binary input and binary output for better assessment. Let me give you an example. If you have a teleprotection scheme, carrier receive from the far end, and you would like to simulate this carrier receive to your device. With advanced Transplay, it's very easy, flexible, and I will show you that. And unfortunately, if you didn't configure the disturbance recorder well, fortunately this time that you can use advanced Transplay to assign binary output where you would like to start or trigger this binary input. This is what I will show. It's also useful for the people who are study the system by using other software like EMTP, MATLAB, ELAB, any software which is able to export the contract file and you can play it back on a protection device. It can be used also for end-to-end test. We will see this together because we are able to use time trigger condition. The same philosophy of Ohm law is required here. Step 1, we have the test object. Step 2, the hardware configuration. Step 3, to import the contract file, which is O is the test object, hardware configuration, then the test module itself. Let's now start with a practical example. I will start from scratch. Any device, which one is connected or have?
Siemens.
Siemens, okay, with this one? Yes. Okay, I will use one from scratch with you. Now I'm starting with a scratch. This is the CMC. Let's check the first step. Waiting for the CMC. Okay, I have here the CMC. Here I can do remote association. I always like to have OCC in all my tests. As you see here, this is the test object. This is the hardware configuration. Let's start with the test object. You have the X-ray for this one now?
Yes.
Can you please send it to me? Okay, this will be step number 1. This will be step number 2. We have to start with the test object. To start with the test object, I have to go to test object and file, import Siemens relay. I have 7SD522. Firmware is important. Now I will have the X-ray of the Siemens 7SD as you see right now here. Very similar to the XZ parameter. OMI1 in the transcript folder. Okay. Okay, now I'm downloading from the transfer server. Take some time, sorry. This is OCC, this is the X-ray coming out from the relay. As you see here, it's very similar to what we have in the BTL, exactly the same. Only I open it. I don't need to open it. Only I open it to show you the similarity. Now I will import this file, and I will show you how to import it. Copy, paste. Okay. Copy, desktop, paste. Okay. Now I'm ready. File, import relay setting. Here we have the X-ray for Siemens. I have the desktop. Okay. Now waiting for the file for the parameter. Now it import 137 parameter, and the most important is 0 error. This is all from here, this side. Then the second step is the hardware configuration. In my application now, I will inject normal distance faults. Then 3-phase voltage, 3-phase current is more than enough for me. Maybe the trigger binary input 1 is stripped. Wahab? Sure, it's connected. Strip.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it is stripped. And I don't need any of the other, no problem. This is enough for me. And in case you would like to use a binary out, I would like to use a binary output. The first 4 of them, maybe I can use. And no, for sure, no DC analog input. And this is in case if you would like to use a time synchronization for end-to-end. Maybe we can do it, but tomorrow we have a dedicated example for end-to-end, will be more clear for all of you. Okay, we finished the first step, we finished the second step.
Just the import and export.
Okay, sure.
No, it's not clear for Mr. Manu.
Okay, okay. I think this is something related to the BTL for the topic for tomorrow, but I will give some examples. Let's start from scratch. This is new OCC file. You would like to use X-ray technology, but not BTL. There is a difference, and I will clarify that now. This is new OCC file. When you open this, this is a typical test object without any information. I will use my application now, Siemens Relay 7SD522. That's why I would like to have the X-ray technology in the test object. To do that, I have to do file import this time, not import relay setting, which is not active. Why? Because we don't have X-ray now. Then I will select import. Then I have to select the relay manufacturer, who is Siemens, and then relay type 7SD522. It's all based on your relay. Maybe it is ABB. Maybe I will give another example for ABB. After that, you will find that the X-ray file is already imported, and it is very similar to the same parameter which you find it in the DIGSI software. Very similar. For example, here for distance. Okay. Now, this is the default setting. I need to apply the final setting, which I exported from the relay by using DIGSI. Maybe I can show this also now. I will open DIGSI program. To export, you would like to right-click, export device, then select that. This is export format. and then OK. Then it will be saved. But because I'm not sure about this is the final setting on the relay or not, that's why I took it from my colleague. Once you export it, it will be available in the format of X-ray. Then you have to go again, File, this time Import Relay Setting. Then select the format which is applicable to your relay. For example, if you have SCL, then you have to use TXT format. If you have GE relays, you have to use CSV. But some new GE relays, which was Alstom before, it is supporting X-ray, then you have to use X-ray. Then it's based on the relay type. You can use a filter which is compatible with that kind of relay. Let's start with X-ray because it's Siemens. I will go for the desktop. This is the file which I got it from my colleague. Only just you click, you will find that parameter here it started to be entered. And the main point is we don't have any error. If we have an error, we have to trace the error and you have to troubleshoot it. Okay, the other most important is the green tag. If you have a green tag, then most of things are okay. If not green tag, then you have an issue, you have to rectify it. I hope now it's clear. This is how to start now with a test object in OCC file, new OCC file. Let's do something different with which is BTL this time. Let's start with BTL. Then I will go to Siemens 7SD, same relay, to show you what is the difference between BTL and OCC, or OCC is created by you. Here you will find that we have test modules already configured, has each test module has its own testing points. For example, let's show you one zone, for example, 3-phase fault. You have the test point, everything is ready. As you see here, nothing related to the characteristic. Why? Because this is the default. Now I will import the relay setting. Here, it will be a mistake if you start with import. Here, no need to import, only import relay setting. Okay, we have the same message. Don't forget there is attached PDF file. Will guide you what you have to do. There is some additional information. Sometimes you need to define some relays. This is you have to take care about it. Tomorrow we will mention that. Now I already imported. Let's now open the same file as I opened it before. It should, yes, it should have here the characteristic. As you see, it is already available. Then the only applicable test points are available. The other, which is not applicable because this is a universal format. Here I have only two zones. That's why the other zones is disabled, and those rules related to the other zones. At that moment, you can delete all, and remaining only the you can delete, and only you need to keep the configurable one, and also for sure you are free to add additional points if you would like. I hope that give you a good idea about technique of X-Rayo importing parameter for Siemens. At least we have different examples tomorrow. ABB is available. We are lucky that we have UR relays from GE. We can do it also as well tomorrow with different examples. Do we have any question? Okay, I don't need this anymore. Let's start with our example. I have the test object, I have the hardware configuration. Let's start to inject distance protection with zone 1, for example. make it short test. Maybe I would like to this here, put the shot here. Let's see. Okay, I got the shot here with 30 milliseconds. See this contract file? This is a very good feature, by the way, which you can use in some test module. You can export the contract from here, from the test universe. But to be honest, I would like to show you how to get it from the relay, not from the CNC itself. Let's start again with the DXY. Maybe I will open. Okay, we'll see. This is all my one. I hope that nothing nothing changed in the parameter setting. Only I would like to have the contract. Here I will go directly to oscillograph records. Based on the date, I think this is 25. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, this is our contract file. Let's check it together. It is very similar to what we saw in the test module. Maybe I can open it and show it to you again. Voltage, and this is the current single phase. Let's see it here. Yes, we have only single phase IE and IL, and this is the current, and this is the voltage. Going back, this is the voltage, this is the current. Clear now for all of us, because here this is not the neutral, only the IE, or only the IN, not IE. Then exactly contrast file, we find it. I can export it from here, or I prefer to right click and export. Oh, sorry. Here, right click, export. I will put it on another folder on desktop. Test. I will save this. I give a name Siemens, for example. Okay, I don't need the software again. I don't need test module again. Now our mission will start. I would like to start with advanced Transplay. Now we are ready to start the advanced Transplay. Because we are using OCC, we have a global test object, we have a global hardware configuration, then the test module itself will use the same information. As you see right now here, this is the test module. In the test module, you will find the local test object will be exactly the same as global. Again, local hardware configuration will follow the same as global. The time delay, because I'm using network, not directly communication with the CNC. As you see here, the same. And for sure, as we agreed yesterday, I cannot change the configuration from the local. Then we are ready to import the contract file. We call the test Siemens CSV. Here, something called profile. A profile is if I would like to save a kind of pre-setting for the contract to be applied automatically, like repetition or pre-fault condition, state marker, all of that condition, which we will discuss later. Now I will discuss it with you. You can save under a different name. At that moment, you can select the profile and apply it automatically. This will help you a lot, but because I didn't save any profile, we will not use this. Okay. Directly, we got the fault current of IR, and this is IN. This is the voltage, same, exactly the same. And this is the value. We have two cursors, same as disturbance recorder viewer. First of all, I would like to start with pre-fault condition. Then you have to go to general. You will find here pre-fault condition. This is the voltage, this is the current, the angle between voltage and current, and duration for how long. If I make it 2 seconds, for example, current and volt, you will find that I will inject 2 seconds a pre-fault condition for current and voltage for these 2 seconds. And also this is sometimes recommended in some relays, which is required a pre-fault, and maybe by mistake the person who configured the disturbance recorder, he neglects this condition. Then you can overcome by using this. Okay, this is the pre-fault for 2 seconds. Then this is a fault. If I make it 0, let's check it together. It will disappear. This is a very good feature that you can use. Second feature is, if you remember, I told you about end-to-end. At that moment, you need to use time trigger. And here, there's a time trigger based on the condition of you have to put it here. If you would like to use fixed time at a certain time, you can start the test. This will help you instead of end-to-end. Tomorrow we have a dedicated session to tell you what exactly mean by time pattern and or fixed time. Fixed time is very easy and very clear. This is the time that the test should start on it. Okay. You can also use a binary input. Maybe I need the binary input. I have to enable different binary input for sure. For example, binary input number 5 in 2 CMCs together, and I can trigger both of them at the same time, or immediately, like what we will do right now to start directly. Any question, Web? No? Okay. This is for the analog output, pre-fault and time trigger. Now let's start our plan to check the fault, the assessment. For example, this fault happened and the relay doesn't or didn't operate. At that moment, maybe I need to check the relay. I found that maybe the setting was wrong. Maybe firmware was not okay. I updated the firmware, and I would like to use the same contract file to play it back and to check the decision of that relay. Let's start now to make the assessment. For the assessment, you need start for sure. You need stop. If you come to start here, we have only trip condition. I will not start with a trip condition, but can make something called the state marker. What does it mean by state marker? It is here. This is the digital input. The digital input would guide me where the relay picked. This is picked relay pick L1, relay pickup, and relay pick L1. This is the start. Then right click, and I will insert here something called the state marker. I will give a name, another name for example, the start to be used as a condition of start. Now I have a state marker called the start. It's a line, as you see. And in the assessment area, you will find that you have the state marker, which is called the start. For sure, my trigger to stop is trip command. My expectation is zone 1, 0, time with tolerance of 50 milliseconds. And here I can ignore before the state marker, and I can give a name for the assessment. Now we are ready to start the assessment, start the injection. Let's start together. We got the feedback. The actual time was around 11.3 milliseconds, and the assessment was fast. This for me is enough for the first step to check that relay is replying it and giving a feedback as expectation. Now I will copy and paste to do more investigation. For example, this is a teleprotection scheme receiving a carrier receive signal on this moment, for example. How I can define this? For sure, my reference is the binary input or the digital input signal in the contract file. But unfortunately, sometimes people forget to assign this in the disturbance recorder. But with the advanced Transplay, don't worry. Only it check the time from the event log, and based on that, you can know, okay, this is a place of the carrier receive. Then I will right click and I will insert here a binary signal. This binary signal, I will give a name, for example, carrier receive from remote end. You need it to be high or low. It means 1 or 0. I need it 1. As you see now, it inserted a binary signal from cursor green to the blue cursor. And this, for me, I can use this one to be linked to the output of the CMC that will make the CMC binary output close once the this start, and it will open once it ends. Then you are able now to simulate binary input to the CMC to the relay during the injection, even it was not exist. Like if I have it exist already, for example, I will imagine that maybe I differential. For example, I differential started this signal. Then no problem, I will go to the binary output number 2, and I can use the same signal. I think this one, for example, then it will follow the same general this signal from here to there. I think this can be clear for you, and for sure, if you assign this, you have to connect it to the relay to activate the binary input during the injection. If I start it again, for sure, no difference, and I found that the relay has differential protection active. That's why this is a type of differential, not the zone 1, but no problem. The philosophy here to check a kind of fault, not only a certain fault. Okay, as you will see here, the 2 binary output already activated as our configuration. This is started from here to there as we assign, and this is started from here to there as the digital input. Let's see the original as there's a digital input from downside. This is for the binary signal. Do you have any question? I hope this will help you a lot, especially for the people who are working in utility. They face a lot of issues similar, and they use the advanced Transplay. Okay, now I will again copy and paste to do another technique. Sometimes the fault is started and due to wrong setting, it was a short trip time, and after the modification of the pipping, I would like to increase the time of the fold duration. Is it possible? Yes, let's see it together. Here, for example, this is the fold duration from start to fold clear. Maybe better to use original. Here, I have this portion of the folds from start to end. Actually, here it should be from here, from starting the current of the folds. You can use the backup signal as a reference, or you can use for sure the current value as a reference. Here the current is started. I would like to repeat this or extend this, stretch this portion. Then at that moment, right click, insert a repetition, and for how many times you need to repeat this. For example, I will start with only one, then I will insert OK. You will find here in expanded, you will find that the repetition already applied. We have 2 times now. Do you see? 2 times I increase the length of the fold, duplicate, and if I inject, it will also give the full wave. Let's start. It will inject the full wave, and for sure it doesn't affect it because I got the trap very earlier because line differential is active. This is another technique of inserting the repetition to extend the fold duration. Maybe I will tell you the final technique here, copy and paste, about changing the analog. Sorry, I copied the distance. Sorry for that. Delete. I will copy the advanced Transplay. Copy. Paste. Sometimes maybe the current was less than the backup value, and I would like to duplicate. Here, 100% was equal to 2.80. I will make it 200%. Let's see. Oh, current increased. This also can give us the access to the analog to increase it or to decrease it. For the voltage and current, you can easily do it. In our example, it doesn't matter because it is differential protection, and we didn't get a trap. Maybe CT supervision started or something. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay, let's start again. See. We got a trap. The contact was distance or distance and this. Distance and this. Okay. Shoot trap. The binary input. Binary input is available. Okay. From start to trip should work, and the relay really trip, but no contacts. No. Relay is already tripped. Maybe at that moment I will go back for the first one. Check again. This is the power of OCC, that you have different test modules, different techniques. You can compare between both of them very easily. I think maybe the current supervision, because I increased the current of IR and the neutral was the same. Let's see. Yes, it is working. I think the CT supervision. Okay, this is also maybe useful to see that by playing with the parameter, it can lead for something not expected and we need to investigate, maybe I will increase a little bit of the current instead of 2 times and check the I neutral. Maybe, okay, 120%, for example. And let's start. Yes, now, okay. Maybe 200%, maybe it's block the function by about CT supervision. Maybe we'll investigate this later, but now it is working. This is a good news. Now we finish the test module. Please feel free if you have any question. We will be happy to answer you. I would like to save this here, desktop, for example. And let's start as we used to do, automatic testing automatically by clicking 1. I think also time for break, but let's after we finish this, we'll take a break about 15 minutes before starting the new topic. It will be more faster if you are communicating with the CMC directly, not through a network with a huge number of devices connected with. No questions at all? Okay. After this test module, we will take a break for 15 minutes from now and be ready for the next session. 10:30. Okay, 10:30, we will return back. Thank you very much and be ready for the next session. Thank you. See you next time.